so my pressure is not consistent, this edge on this side will end up being wavy and won't look good. All right, today I'm going to give you some tips and tricks when it comes to painting exterior trim. So say a white over this dark color that I want to go, and I'm just going to quickly hit my trim over this dark color, and I say I just want to skim coat it, do a thin skim coat over the dark so that dark will dry. See, I'm not loading up my roller multiple times. I'm just doing a skim coat over the top of that. That's gonna dry pretty fast, and then I'll be able to come back and do my second coat. I'm gonna go around, just get my dark. It's important to get the dark covered everywhere, just like that. And I do, almost a whole trim. I don't want to hit my masking, because when you go do your second coat over the top of that, if I got paint from my trim to my masking, when that dries, you go back, you pull your masking off, it's gonna, what we call bridge, and it could pull the paint off in certain places in your trim. So I don't touch my masking. When you do your second coat and you get paint from your trim to your masking, you always want to pull it while it's wet, because you could get bridging and you could end up peeling your paint off. When I'm hitting the edge, I'm not putting a lot of pressure. If I put a lot of pressure, it's gonna cause my nap to put paint over the edge right there. And if I put heavy pressure, light pressure, heavy pressure, light pressure, and so my pressure is not consistent, this edge on this side will end up being wavy and won't look good. I'll roll it nice. It'll actually look really good if you just do an even amount of pressure. So I'm trying to control what I call is the rollover. So the rollover has to look really nice. I'm gonna cut in, so always have a brush and a roller. If you try to do your second coat too soon, and this is like half dry, paint's not gonna coagulate and you're gonna stipple it really bad, not very professional looking. So make sure it's nice and dry. When you're masking the trim, I masked the window, I brought it out onto the vinyl because there's caulking, there's paint on the vinyl, and so we wanna have a nice line on the vinyl. I typically will get one corner, and you don't wanna go like too fast. I'll get one corner, and I'm going to pull away. You wanna control your masking because you don't wanna get wet paint on your window screen, on your window, on your body. So you can see I'm just controlling it. One of the reasons why I wear gloves, you're gonna get paint all over your hands. It's one of the reasons why I like FrogTape so much. Comes off simple and easy, clean release. When it comes to the jamb itself, typically your wood door jambs are smooth. Some people say, they like it, stippled and have a nice even stipple on it. I personally like it to be back brushed and have brush strokes on it. So I will apply it with a roller because the roller gets it on faster, and then I go back and I back brush it. So I'll back brush what I just rolled. If you have paint or you're running into issues with your paint running, what you want to do is back brush in an upward motion, upward stroke, instead of downward, because it'll get it to hang better. So if you want it to be rolled and have it stippled, your challenge is the corners, because you can't get it into the corners and have that same stippling in the corners. Your fascia, same thing. The rollover, you can see the back side of this fascia just like you can see the side of the window trim. So when I'm doing the bottom of this fascia, somebody could stand there, look up behind there and see that. So I want that to also, have a nice line. So I want to just be consistent and just light on my rollover. Same whole concept, same whole idea. So not only is uneven pressure, but if I have a tendency to roll like this and tilt it, now it's gonna roll it over. So it just rolled it over pretty heavy. on the side right there. So the roller needs to be flat and just square to the surface right there. So right here, the sides of our trim, 99% of the time, we do not paint that. That technique or style is called Frenching the trim. It's really time consuming, labor intensive to do that. I would have to charge, or I would charge probably, on an average size house, $800, just to French tip the trim.